Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for Captain America Issue 5, 2023. Pretty awesome looking cover there, and this stuff kind of does happen as Steve's in the past trying to get on a telephone call. So, this was a pretty interesting one, kind of getting stuff going on and seeing what Asmodee is trying to do. Though granted, my one little bit is that for some reason Steve's got one issue with dolls or whatnot, and I'm just like, oh, okay. I understand certain kind of like quirks or whatnot of characters or anything, but I'm just like, why are you so fixated on the whole doll thing? Because he's talking about all the kind of stuff that he's dealt with like serpent people, vampires, a giant head in a floating chair, but none of it prepared me for the Stephen Strange doll, figurine doll, avatar doll, astral projection range extender. Will you two knock it off? We're on the clock. Of course, Misty. Then, of course, they'd have to figure out what demon attacked you and the other victims. There was some kind of insignia on the chest of the guy it was inhabiting. Less than subtle, but more than helpful. So he's going to send a psychic collage of sigils for that. How many symbols are we talking? 4,527. Couldn't you just buy a Know Your Demons pop-up book or as he like sends that to Steve's brain, and he's like, oh god, sure, I probably should have asked this earlier, but is Steve prone to things like aneurysms? Not that I'm aware of. Why? Just curious. Steven, you gotta ask that shit first. Okay, I've got it. Number 953. Good, good. Incidentally, you're not smelling burnt toast by any chance, are you? No, why? No reason. Okay, calling up Sigil 953, and oh, this is bad. The sigil belongs to Asmodee, a demon of wrath, and one of the anointed kings of hell. We're talking top-tier power. He's been an enemy of humanity ever since there's been a human race. Don't care, just tell me how to beat him. That's the thing, Cap. You can't. Your power set is physical and mental, but you can't just hit or overpower a demon. It would be like trying to punch an angel, which I did once, and it didn't end well for anyone. It's like, yeah, that's very true. But I'm glad that our heroes are now getting the information they need. And also from Strange, because he'd be the one that would be like dealing with that kind of stuff. And then he can literally turn you into ash before you could get within half a mile of him. Then why didn't he do that? Steve asks. I don't know, maybe he's playing with you. All I do know is that Asmodee has dedicated its existence to stopping human progress by keeping us afraid, beaten, and tormented, encouraging our worst instincts so we create hell on earth. That's probably an important bit that the humans have to do it themselves. That's usually how that shit works with demons and indirect influencing like that. Even though he's like directly influencing as well. It's kind of a thing where like, yeah, you could kill him, but the total victory is pretty much having the enemy to destroy itself. Can you swing by this way, help out? I'm still tied up with a bit of a crisis and won't be clear for some time, assuming I survive. Come on, Steven, let's talk more action, or neither one of us is getting out of this in one piece. Sorry, Clea. And I love seeing them going on and doing that, fighting together like that, which is cool, since I love reading what's going on in Doctor Strange as well. So this is a nice little intersection of these kind of two things going on. And then we get to Steve like, what should I do then? Just hide out until he's finished doing whatever? I won't tell you what to do because you wouldn't do it anyway. I'm just telling you the truth about the odds you're facing. I need time to think, and with luck, maybe I'll come up with something later. If so, I need some way to contact you fast, especially if there's trouble. Take me with you. I'm not going to go into a fight carrying a doll. Then snap off my head. It's the only part you'll need to maintain contact, Steven. It's the only way. I'll be fine. Okay. And then he pops off his head and puts it in his like a utility pouch. See, that's not so bad. Now we just put me in one of your pouches. I always wonder what kind of equipment you carried in these. And why is there a half-eaten granola bar in here? Oh, good. A mint. It's like, oh god. Strange's sassiness with the shit in this. It's just great. And then he asks Misty what the next step is. She pretty much says that they're trying to get the peace rally, like, hope to talk them into postponing it until they figure it out. And then we get back to what's going on in 1939, February 20th. But I don't have to tell you that some people can be awfully stubborn. I know you're following me. I'm not afraid of you. Good, because I need your help, Stephen. Mr. Mueller, we must get off the street quickly. The Nazis may still be looking for me. I have many relatives in Berlin who have, alas, joined the Nazi party, so I used their names to infiltrate the bunch. Is that why I haven't heard from you in a while? I felt it would be safer for you if I kept my distance. Seeing that he goes in, tries to see and figure out what's kind of going on at this kind of party. Then he sees Strucker and Baron von Strucker and Baron Zemo. Know that they were up to something bad. That involves the Nazi rally at Madison Square Garden. He knew no one would believe him, so he took some pictures. But then one of the guards, rotatey, saw him and gave chase, and then started beating the crap out of him, asking him who he worked for. I could feel myself starting to black out under the assault, and I knew that he intended to kill me. Who am I? I am just a humble shoe about to teach a lesson to a boot. And then he just gives a nice kick and was able to get away. And, well, because we pretty much kicked him into a car. It's like, god damn. And that was how I found you, and you found me. We should get you to a doctor. No, there's no time. Something is going to happen tonight, and you have to stop it. They will be looking for me or anyone else I send, but they will not be looking for someone your age. I've heckled them. If you stay to the shadows, with luck, you will not be recognized. If you find out anything, go to the police. Marlansky says we can't trust the police. They're either scared of the Nazis or on their payroll. I gave him my word I'd go to him first if I heard anything. And that's what you must do, but do it quickly, before the worst happens. Then we shift back to the present, as we see Misty trying to talk with the organizer, saying that they put too much work into it, but you've got attendees that have already been killed. I heard you just fine. It seems like every time anyone stands up for peace, the bullets start flying. The Kennedys, Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Lincoln. On top of that, over the last 20 years, nearly 2,000 journalists around the world have been murdered for trying to stand up for the truth. But the liars and the killers of people, the killers of the truth, keep right on going. Some days it feels like there's someone out there deliberately poisoning the well, keeping us down. But we don't bow down, Agent Knight. We don't bow down. We don't break and we don't run. We stay peaceful, we stay right, we stay true. And we stay put no matter the cost. And then talking about how the powerful can afford to spread their message in a big venue like this. But now the people are organized, the people are ready, and they intend to speak, and I intend to let them do just that. She says, Misty's I can't agree with your decision, but she'll have people standing by. They can protect the attendees, but if things go wrong, I understand. Thank you. As we see the emissary doing some kind of magic sigil thing, saying perfect. We then shift back over, because if we stand down, who or what takes our place? Protests outside the Nazi rally, Madison Square Garden, February 20th, 1939. Some things you don't forget. Some things you never forget. As he's watching and seeing people fighting and everything. I don't want you going up against Asmodee alone, as we see Sharon and Steve pretty much powwowing over what's kind of going on. Sharon, I know how you are. You don't understand. Yes, I do. I ask her to help you. See, even the doll agrees with me. Figurine. It's like, okay, fine. Sharon, ask her to help you. I was going to. You are? Sharon, you're the only one I can really trust to help with this. For me and everyone in that convention center who is going to be in danger. What am I? Demon liver? Things go badly. I can't fight the emissary and get everyone to safety at the same time, so I'll need you to do that. What's your plan? To do whatever I can, as long as I can. But one way or another, I'll get it done, knowing I have you to come back to. And that's Steve. Even though the odds are against him, he needs to help these people because he's going to do whatever he can to help. Well, this is altogether dreary. Shut up, Steven. Copy that. A little closer. No, the other way. As we see one dude looking on as they're pretty much getting the bomb ready. Pretty much making sure that nothing can go wrong with it. That the attack will be blamed on the people who need to be. And then also kind of setting up how they kind of settled on being Hydra. Talking about for every one of our people who dies, more will spring up to replace them, like the Hydra of old. All that matters in the end is that America will be on our side or neutral in the coming war. Yes. You make an interesting point about the Hydra, Baron Zemo. I like the image, yes. I think I can do something with that. Pretty much showing that, everything going on. Then we see Steve looking out, but then he pretty much links up with the dude, being like, listen, you need to help me. This isn't what I signed up for. I need out, and we need to help these people. He pretty much gives Steve everything pretty much that we know about of what was going on with the bomb, and saying that they have to stop them, but he gets shot, and Steve then gets chased by Baron von Strucker. Yes. Zemo, then they ask if they should abort. He's like, nah, I got this. As he's firing at him, he's running around. And of course, he needs to get a hold of Lansky, but he's able to get some money from someone in a payphone. Let's see. In the chaos of the riot, nobody sees him, nobody feels him, but I do. And Steve is able to get out and escape through the sewers. And of course, he gets brought up. He tells them everything kind of going on. And then Lansky says to get the boys and bring the cars around. We got to go as soon. We'll go as soon as we know what's what. Yes, sir, Mr. Lansky. Okay, load up. But Steve, of course, is like frayed at the end of his rope, but he's still going. Gas? No, just muscle. There's 10,000 Nazis in that building. I don't want gunshots bringing them our way. You'll be safer here. No, take me with you. You're in no shape. Don't ditch me. You got moxie, kid. I'll give you that. Help me get him in the car. Mr. Lansky, you heard me. Up we go. You sure about this, boss? He doesn't look so good. He may not look like much on the outside, but inside, solid steel. He's got a right to be there. And if he doesn't make it, then we'll give him the biggest damn funeral this town's ever seen. And we see them pretty much loading him up, going in. And we also see a teaser for Ghost Rider. Teasing like who will be the new Spirit of Vengeance. That's pretty cool. March 2024. Then we see everything kind of going on with the rally, everything outside, getting close to the speech thing. Then we see Lansky and everything. See, here's the thing: your Nazi pals are really good at marching in parades up and down the streets. Us, we got other skills. Looks like everybody's good to go as they just start going in. Looks like, Sharon, are your people in place, Misty? Just checked with my team. Nobody can get closer than half a mile without being seen and stopped, unless their target is already inside. We swept the place 5 times. You'd have to be the devil himself to hide from my people. As we see that, yes, he is hiding from them. Sharon in her destroyer outfit, which is cool. And then we see somebody calling to Steve, and he goes inside the building, asking, what is it? What's what? You called me. No, I didn't. Slam, 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 slam. Steve! The doors are all locked. The doors are gone. We've got to get in there. Break down the walls if you have to. It's sad, really, as we then see the emissary addressing the peace rally, folks. You think you make a difference. You think you matter. You're all dead, as it's lining up with what is going on in the past as well. Which I really like that they're able to kind of do. You just don't know it yet. Not a chance. You're going to have to go through me first. That was my very thought. One of us will not leave here alive today. It's like, shit. I'm totally okay with that. Here we go, as we see Steve kind of lining up in the present, going at it as Captain America, and in the past going at it as Steve with a bat to handle what's going on. So, overall, I thought this was a good one. Just weird with Steve's preoccupation with, like, the strange doll thing. In my thing, even though he begrudgingly kind of took it, even if he had an issue with it, he just would have taken Strange's head from the figure and put it in there because he knew he would need it, and he's like, people's lives are at stake. Even though it's a kind of weird, crazy thing that he's had to deal with, he's dealt with a lot of different kind of weird stuff before, and it was just like, oh, okay, I think that the kind of doll thing is getting a little bit long in the tooth joke-wise, but other than that, I like him trying to figure out what's going on, understanding the information of Asmodee and what he's up against, and then formulating the best kind of plan that he can, especially since Strange and Clea are dealing with some other kind of thing, because this is a pretty big kind of threat as well. And then linking up how Steve learned about what was going on with the bomb, and getting Meyer Lansky and everybody to try and stop what's going on at Madison Square Garden. And even having one of the people who were with the Nazis turning to me like, I'm not for this. I want to stop this before tragically getting killed himself by Baron von Strucker. So, we'll have to see how these kind of link up. I do like that we're getting the stories working concurrently and working to their kind of climaxes at the same time. That's a hard thing to accomplish, and I think that's working out pretty well here. And I like the art that we're getting, and I can't wait to see the battles that we're going to get with Steve versus the Emissary in the present, and Steve trying to stop the bomb in Madison Square Garden in 1939. So, let's see. Let's read a little bit of the tag for the next one. It's a fight to the death as Captain America races to take down the Emissary before he destroys a peace rally, and Cap himself. When physical might proves futile against the supernatural, will an assist from Doctor Strange be enough to turn the tide? So, yeah, I like that cover look. We'll have to see how Strange is able to assist Steve and how they're going to be able to beat the Emissary. That's the kind of cool thing that I'm looking forward to. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.